You know when it gets to the end of the meal and you're thinking, I could just have one more little spoonful of something? Well, that's where dessert comes in. I'm going to make you a really simple dessert that you can put together. It's called my pear and berry cobbler cake, and it's so simple to do. The kids can even do it. It starts with some pears. I've quartered them, and I've taken the core out of them, and I've taken the peel off as well. Now, I need some butter in there because butter makes everything taste delicious. I'm using this Ingenio pan, which has the thermo spot, which tells me it's hot enough to cook in. So in goes the sugar. And the beauty of this pan is I can cook on the stove here and cook in the oven as well, and I'll show you that later on. And while that's there, I'll put some of these pears all the way around the outside here. What I want to do is caramelise the butter and the sugar and get a little bit of colour on the pears as well. So by spreading them around in the bottom of the pan here, I'll get this lovely bit of colour and that caramelisation. Now, the next stage is getting the batter ready for the cobbler. Brown sugar is my favourite thing because it's wholemeal and got lovely flavour, and I love that caramelised flavour texture that it gives to a cobbler like this. Also some self-raising flour, in that goes, and some butter because we need lots and lots of butter to make it delicious. In that goes as well. I've melted this butter, which means it will incorporate beautifully. But if your butter's really soft, you can just throw it in nice and soft because it'll come together as well. 1 egg straight over the top here like that, and I'll crack that to make sure I don't get any of the shell in here. Now, to flavour it up and add a little bit of spice to it, some cinnamon. Good pinch of cinnamon goes in there. Also some vanilla essence, about a teaspoon of that. And to give it a bit more lift, I've got some baking powder, about a teaspoon of that. Now, to give it some more moisture, milk, pour the milk straight in over the top. And this is one of those really nice cake batters that you throw everything in at once and just stir it around nice and gently like this till it all comes together. And with a whisk, I'll make sure there's no lumps in there. You can see it takes a couple of seconds and it's ready to go. So just stirring that around like that is all you need to do. Now, this comes together beautifully, and look at that. How easy was that? Now, I'll just have a little taste of that. I think it needs a little something else. So I've got a lemon here and a microplane, and I'll give that a little bit of a run over the top here. A little bit of lemon for some spice is all you need. Fold that through nice and gently, and then now that we've got our batter made, which is the quickest and easiest batter in the entire world, it's time to add a little bit of berry. I've got these raspberries here, which are fantastic. In they go. And some blueberries as well. This is going to be jam-packed full of fruit, highly nutritious, very, very flavourful, and one of my favourite desserts to put together. Now, all I need to do is just gently fold the berries all the way around till everything's incorporated, and then that's it. That's the batter already made. Now, you can see in the bottom here, I've got a lovely caramel, and these pears have just softened a bit. So all I need to do is grab this batter and pour it straight over the top of the pears like that, and then all you need to do is just smooth it around so it just covers the top of the pears. And of course, as this cooks, the batter will spread out and cover all of these little pears. And that caramel will give it a lovely sauce on the bottom. Smooth it around like that, and you can see it's all mixed in there. The beauty of this pan is I can cook on the stove top and then pop it into the oven. Take the handle off and it's good to go. 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. In we go. Okay, once you've let it cool down a little bit, you can turn it out. You could serve it just like this, but for me, I like to do it a little bit fancy. So this is my way of doing it. Let it cool down so that if it does spill, it doesn't burn you. And then with a plate on top of it like this, hold it up in the air and then flip it over and then carefully take it off. That looks fantastic. I'll pop it down there like that and then dust it with icing sugar. Plenty of icing sugar all the way around. It makes it look fantastic. That is a great looking cake, isn't it? Nice and simple. I know it's a bit more than a spoonful, but it will feed the whole family. Maybe some ice cream, some gelati, some fresh cream or custard, or just by itself with the icing sugar. Delicious.